Hello and welcome. My name is Antonia, and I'd say without further ado, let's drink a coffee with Marco. Hi, Marco. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Marco, you speak 5 languages. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have worked and studied in 7 different countries, so you have a lot of international experience. What do you think how this international experience has contributed to your career?
It really changed my career. So, I speak a few languages with different degrees of proficiency from the different experiences I had in the countries where I lived and worked. It totally changed my career. It was always a little bit of an ambition I had to work internationally because I think that really expands your perspective and helps you in terms of accelerating your development because you have to learn not only new elements at work, you also need to learn how to adapt to new cultures and new people and everybody. In all of those countries, it's always a little bit different. So I totally changed my career. I wouldn't know where my career would be right now if I had stayed in Portugal.
You already mentioned learning new things. Do you or can you name a specific skill that you learned abroad, maybe?
I think the most important skill is really to adapt to change because you're constantly getting out of your comfort zone. We have to learn a new language sometimes. Cultures are different. I worked in places like China where the culture is really different from Europe. So it really, helps you develop the ability to adapt to different situations, different contexts. And I think that's really a crucial ability at work because things are always changing. We have now a situation with COVID-19 that changed everybody's lives. So if you have been already exposed to a lot of disruption in your life, that will help you adapt to further disruption later on, I think.
Actually, speaking of developing skills and changing environment, recently a study found out that within the next 20 years, the world of work will develop, change, transform significantly, especially regarding to digitization. Right now, we don't know half of the jobs yet that will exist within the next 20 years. And it's becoming more and more important to have and develop digital skills due to the increase in digitization. How do you think, in order to become a digital company, would it be beneficial to place digital talents from all over the world to the places where they're needed or to the locations where they're needed? Because actually there is globally a shortage of these digital talents. What do you think?
I think that's a good question, and a lot of people talk about, what's going to happen in some years from now. The reality is nobody really knows because the world changes so fast. And I guess if you ask people 18 months ago, if we would have now a year like the one we're having, nobody would be able to foresee that. I think digital transformation is not a thing of the future, it's a thing of the present. And I think that a lot of the competencies people talk about are relevant now. It's interesting. I was seeing, some research the other day talking about HR skills for 2025. And when I looked at those skills, pretty much all of them are needed now. From software development to user experience, knowing how to create a user interface, to understanding agility, which is an important topic as well, being able to understand digital marketing and how to communicate through digital channels. There are so many things that are important. I cannot, possibly tell you what's going to happen in the future, but one thing I'm sure is that anything related to digital will be ever more important. And to the point you made in terms of talent, I think companies need to adapt as well. I think the workplace is changing. And if you really want to have the best talent, I think you'll have to understand that many times you'll have to hire people in places you didn't think you would hire and allow those people to work from wherever they live. Because in that kind of war right now, talent is winning and everybody's looking for the same kind of talent. So if you don't flex the way you hire in the way you engage people into the organization, you will lose it to someone else.
Very interesting. Thank you so much for your evaluation and your thoughts. Muito obrigado.
De nada.
And now I would like to ask you, what digital skills have you already developed and what would you still learn? Which digital skills? And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next episode. And until then, check out our Yum page, Global Mobility at DT, and stay curious and grow. Have a nice day.
Have a great day.